We spent a lot of time talking about some critical issues that college athletics is facing nationally. And so to have Amy Perko with the Knight Foundation and Mark Emmert with the NCAA, both visiting with our CEOs, was really great to give our group a perspective of what's happening at that level, how important it is, what in a lot of ways we're at a crossroads in college athletics in terms of the issues we're dealing with. So Amy was really good talking about some of the proposals the Knight Commission has come out, because they've looked at the finances of college athletics, how in many ways it's unsustainable. Talked a lot about revenue distribution that the NCAA provides. And, there's a question about with FBS football largely being outside the NCAA structure with the CFP and the revenue that comes from the CFP to the institutions. It's not part of the NCAA distribution. So should football still be calculated in that formula or not? So we had a really good discussion around that and what that means. Then with Mark Emmert, as you might expect, we talked a lot about name, image, and likeness, what's happening on that front, what's in front of us over the course of the next month, because we're looking at a potential vote to allow name, image, and likeness in the NCAA member institutions effective July 1st. That's really important because we have state laws that are going into place. And so I think the NCAA has to have a framework around that. And so there'll be a lot of discussion around that over the course of the next few weeks. Now, related to that a little bit is what's happening with the Supreme Court and their consideration of the Alston case. And that's really important. And the decision there could have an impact on the NIL decision as well. So we got some updates there.
I think us hearing from them, us getting to muse over it and deliberate, reinforced the sense that as much as there is tumult, there's powerful momentum too, and we're looking forward to the road ahead.
Yeah, it was great to have Derek visit with our Board of Administrators. He's a Senior Vice President for Inclusion, Education, and Community Engagement at the NCAA. And so he's only been on board for a few months, but he's really been active and really been engaged with the membership moving forward in a lot of initiatives that he has going at that level. And so it was great to hear that, to kind of get his perspective on things in that regard. It dovetails really nicely with what we're trying to do in the conference office. We have Cultural Conversations, our monthly video feature that we've started this year, which has really been great. We have anti-racism training that we conducted this year with our student athletes and our membership, our administration and coaches. And we also have a anti-racism diversity repository that's available to our members, to be able to address those kinds of issues. So it really fit in well with a lot of the conversations we were already having, and to have him participate in that process was great. Basketball is a part of all of our meetings. And, it's a priority sport for us. It's really important. And so we talked about our basketball championship upcoming in Charlotte. And really, our athletic directors felt it was really important to ensure that our CEOs are re-engaged in that conversation as well. We had great conversations about it 2 years ago with the pandemic that interrupted everything. We wanted to revisit that and make sure that we're all on the same page moving forward in supporting the tournament in Charlotte and doing what we could to really bring a lot of programming into Charlotte around the basketball championship. So engaging our alumni associations, engaging our student affairs people, engaging our admissions people, and having all those people provide opportunities, programs, events around our basketball championship in Charlotte. And that's something obviously that carries over to other parts of the university, so having our CEO support and engagement in those opportunities, it was really important. So I had a great conversation about that, and really a lot of enthusiasm coming out of that meeting about our upcoming basketball championships in Charlotte.
It's really exciting looking ahead to having the tournament in Charlotte. It's going to be great. Being at a neutral site in a great, exciting city, being able to all be together, really galvanize alumni and friends and students to come enjoy the tournament together. It's exciting, and we've got all sorts of great plans in the works to make it a real event in Charlotte.
Taylor Reveley has been such an awesome leader for the Big South Conference the last 4 years as conference president. I think back, seems like a long time ago now, but the amount that we got accomplished under his watch. We had a total rebranding of the conference. We had a new ESPN agreement that we launched, which was the best ever. We made so many strides from a membership standpoint, bringing in Hampton University, USC Upstate, now North Carolina A&T State University, and really manage what we were trying to do getting through this pandemic and having the successful year that we had, in spite of everything that's been going on the past 15 months. The best thing about his leadership is such a calm, guiding presence.
It's hard to believe, 4 years. For me, it's been special in all sorts of ways. And, one of them is I'm an old college athlete myself, and to get to be deeply involved in the conference and the NCAA has been really meaningful, knowing that I'm helping to provide for that experience for today's student athletes. It's been such a delight to work with everybody in the conference. Kyle in particular has been such a great leader all these years, but especially through this time of crisis. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm just out of the hot seat now, which will be fun itself too.
Taylor's been a wonderful representative of the conference, of the NCAA Board of Directors. And so he's somebody that's so versed in all those issues that we did talk about in today's meeting, that it was great to have his perspective. He's well respected nationally. In our conversations with Mark Emmert, it was very clear that he knew Taylor was an important part of the national dialogue around these critical issues.